Okay, populations and sampling. Right, okay. So if you want to, population is everyone you want to know about. So if you want to know about all of Laurel Hill, that's your population. Right, if you want to know about the whole of Ireland, that's your population. Right, so the population is everyone you want to know about. The sample is the people you actually survey. So I might want to know about all of Ireland, but I might survey 1,000 people. Right, I might want to know about all of Laurel Hill, which would be my population, and I might ask 100 students. Right, okay, so the population is everyone, the sample is the people you actually survey. And if you survey the whole population, right, it is called a census. Right, so there's a census in Ireland, I think it's every 10 years. Right, okay, and basically the whole population has to fill out a survey. Right, if I was to want to know about all of Laurel Hill and I asked every single student, I'd be doing a census, not a survey. Right, if you survey a sample, it is called a sample survey. So that's what mostly happens, sample surveys. So you don't ask everyone in the population, you ask 1,000 people, 500 people, 100 people, whatever you need to ask. Okay, the thing is, the larger the sample, the more reliable the results. Okay, so the number makes sense really. The bigger the people you survey, the larger the number you survey, the more accurate your results. Right, and to avoid bias is unfair results. Everyone in the population must have an equal chance of being selected to do the survey. Right, so for example, if I was to wanted to know where people did their shopping out, their weekly shop in Limerick, and I stood outside Dunn's. Right, I'm clearly only going to get the people that shop in Dunn's, so my survey is going to be biased. Right, everyone in the population, so the whole of Limerick would be my population, so everyone must have an equal chance of being selected to do the survey. Right, so how do you select the people to do your survey? There's 6 different methods. Right, okay, so this is how you select people to do your survey. Now I haven't written out explanations for each of them, so when you're copying this into your notes, leave a line so you can write a sentence yourself. Right, okay, so a simple random sample. Right, okay, in a simple random sample, and I'm going to use Laurel Hill as my example. Alright, and I'm going to give everyone in Laurel Hill a number. Right, so I'll have the numbers from 1 to 630 or whatever the hell it is. Right, and then I'm going to randomly pick numbers between 1 and 630. There's actually a button on your calculator that will do that for you. Right, that you put in, I want to pick random numbers between 1 and 630, and you just press equals, and it'll generate lots of different numbers for you. Okay, stratified sampling. Right, stratified sampling is that I put people into a group, right, before I start. Right, okay, so stratified sampling, I might put everyone into a male group or a female group and then pick proportional amounts from each one, or I might classify everyone according to their age. So I might have a 0 to 30 group, a 31 to 60 group, a 61 to 61 plus group, and I might choose 100 people from each group to sample. Right, so stratified sampling, I put everyone into a group before they start. Right, systematic sampling, right, is where you have a system. So I might want to pick all the people, might have 200 students and I want to pick out 20 of them. So what I do is I pick a random number between 1 and 10. So say I pick number 6. Right, okay, so then I pick the 6th person, I pick the 16th person, I pick the 26th person, the 36th person, and so on until I have my 20. Okay, quota sampling. Quota sampling is if I maybe send people out to do a survey on whether they like my new biscuits or not. So I send them to the supermarket, okay, but before I start, I'll say I want you to test 50 under 18s, 50 between the ages of 18 and 30, 50 between the ages of 30 and 40, etc. Right, so I decide on a quota before I start. Right, okay, that I'm going to select a certain amount. Right, cluster sampling. Right, cluster sampling is really, if I wanted to survey all the maths teachers, I want to know about all the maths teachers in Ireland. Right, okay. Now, it's an awful lot of work to get everyone's name and do a simple random sample, give them all a number and then pick out the numbers. Right, okay. So what I might do is I might put all the schools in Ireland into a hat and pull out maybe 10 schools, and then right, and if Laurel Hill came out, I'd ask all the maths teachers in Laurel Hill to complete a survey, and you know, a school in Dublin might come out and I'd ask all their maths teachers, right, to do a survey. So that's cluster sampling. And convenience sampling is exactly what it says in the tin. It's convenient. So if I wanted to survey 100 people from Laurel Hill and I stood at the door in the morning and the first 100 people that came in the door, I asked them to complete my survey, that would be convenience sampling. But as I say, there's no point in just writing down the headings. You need to write a little sentence under each one. Right, okay, and that's the end of this section.